Welcome in. Today I have the Mould King Art Gallery, set number 16043, 3,536 pieces, and it's by designer Osho Jang. It was $170 Canadian, including shipping, and I ordered it April 2nd, and it arrived April 12th. Not bad. I'm Stacy, and this is... So we're going to take a look at this entire set, but I really wanted to start with the box. Paid extra to get the box so that we could see how the design is, where it's my first Mould King, but really, really good art on the box. I like the main picture where it shows kind of a picture of the set on a corner so you can see both buildings attached. Got some art here that shows how it all comes apart. And it also has Osho Jang, which is the designer, credited right on the box, which is great. Shows the Nova Town and the number of pieces and the set number, which is nice. And this set also comes with lights.
Let there be lights.
So that's very cool. I'll show you the back, where it shows a little more detail of the inside of the set. There's a lot going on here, but some really good pictures of what the set fully looks like. So we're going to move away from the box. We don't need that anymore.
Just throw it out.
Get it out of the way and move into the book. Very, very impressive manual, I will say. It feels really good. It's very sturdy. The artwork on the front and back is really, really nice. Again, like the box, it shows you a lot of the detail that's on the inside. I'll take a look at the inside. It's nicely bound. I really like that. And I kept my sticker sheet so I could show you all the stickers that come with it.
Stickers, stickers, stickers.
Not one printed piece in this set.
Is that 36 stickers?
36 stickers.
Nice.
And most of these are, you know, the artwork that you're going to be displaying inside. I like this where it shows you each bag. It shows pages. 1 to 13 is bag 1. 13 to 27 is bag 2. It's kind of neat. And here is our 1-to-1 ratio. And then we get right into it. The colors are really good.
The color just pops, you know?
The pictures of the pieces are really good. It really is a really good manual. Something that I wanted to show is on some of these pieces, you see here, it shows this piece and this piece, but really it means that you can use either or. Depending on what pieces come with your set, which I thought was interesting. I hadn't seen that before. It was confusing originally till I figured it out.
So they don't know what pieces they put in the set?
That's what I'm thinking. Whether you get this piece or this piece in your set, you can use either or.
Okay.
So that's definitely interesting. The other thing that I like, which I have seen before, is that some of these pieces that you can't see studs, it actually shows it's a 1x6. So there's no confusion there, which I think is great. But overall, this book is really good. The pictures are really good, really detailed pictures. Like, there's no doubt what you're looking at. It's great. That was crazy to be able to look at that closer. And in the back, it just shows you all of the inside. And here you can see that you can open it or close it.
It's a hinge model.
A hinge model. And then the outside. So let's just take a quick look at the exterior. And then we'll get into some of the details. It is so modern looking, and there is actually some things that make it look abstract in the designs on the outside. All right, we'll start from the bottom of this side, which I really consider the front side. All of this is tiled. I like that there's also lots of jumper pieces. The glass.
Stunning. Absolutely stunning.
Is amazing. It is so clear, and there's lots of it, other than my fingerprints, of course, but that's what happens when I'm building. You can see a little cat here. The steps are nicely finished with the pieces on the top. Glass here to go up to the door. This is all tile, and really cool how you can kind of see in. This over here is beautiful with all of the glass and the balcony. I will say some of the techniques used in this are not the greatest. For example, this is only held on by those few studs. So definitely going to get knocked off at some point. And there's just some pieces where, you know, they're just not as tight as you maybe like it to be. But it's not the bricks, it's really in how it's designed, but it looks beautiful. Definitely looks beautiful. Again, we've got this design that matches the front, and we've got some fencing and a tree. I just love this square design. This is for the battery box for the lights. This here I found kind of interesting. Originally, when I finished it, I thought maybe I'd messed something up, that there was a hole, but apparently that's in the design and it's some kind of terrace. And this side looks completely different from the front. It's a blue and a white, and the blue is just gorgeous. It pops so nicely with this white. I love it. I like all the shrubbery, and then you're building all this fencing around it. It's very different. Again, everything is tiled and covered, which is gorgeous. Lots of windows. This is very beautiful. Although building it was a little bit difficult to get it. These pillars here on the bottom, they're just in by one stud on the bottom, and they don't really lock in until you put the top on, and it's totally different floor, really.
A little nerve-wracking.
Little nerve-wracking to get it on there, but it looks great finished. It looks almost like pillars. And the details here that you can see the art through the glass, which is really neat. And then these windows. Now, if you watched our What's on the Desk when I just had some of the bottom floor built, you'll notice that I had these wrong. Thank you to Joy Division for pointing that out in the comments. I appreciate it. I actually had this smaller piece down here. Didn't look at them carefully, just thought all three pieces were the same. But this was bending when it was overlapping on another one. So thank you for pointing that out and allowing me to fix that. We'll start on the building on the right. This is where most of the sticker pieces are used for sure. You can see the roof, pretty basic, but it really is how the pillars in the front come together.
I would have thought the battery box would have went in that blue.
I agree.
Yeah.
Now the thing with with this, you would definitely think, but there's a hole there, right? So it would have stuck out from the bottom. But the abstract art in this is just amazing. Look at all those little pieces on that plate that just make it beautiful. I like how it goes from light to dark or dark to light, whichever way you're looking at it, and it fills up that whole wall there. And then there's some art pieces on the left and right on the walls. And then on the second floor, more art. But it's all displayed in a way that you can see all of those stickers. So the floor space isn't really used up on this side, but there's definitely lots of art in there and some different color. And then the bottom floor, we've got like kind of like a living room area. So I guess that's kind of like a social area. And then we have an art studio on the left, which this piece I thought was kind of weird. The whole floor is tiled and there's a door there to go outside. But then this art studio that you build separately, which is also tiled, it goes in there, which is neat, but then it blocks the door as well. So it's a little bit interesting. But if you look on this side a little bit, you can see there's a big screen TV, the glass coffee table, which is so cool. I've read some comments that people don't like the orange couch, but I thought it was pretty cool.
Who doesn't like what?
You can also see I tucked away the wires as much as possible for the lights so that you can't see them from the outside, and so they kind of stay on the wall on the left. And the piece where the wires all connect, I just used some two-sided tape to stick it up there to keep it as hidden as possible. On the left side is the black and white building, where we have pretty much the floors are filled up there with some abstract art. There's this huge piece with some lights going towards it, and then this separate build that you add in.
That's the terrace with the hole.
Terrace, yeah, with the hole, exactly. Okay. And there's beautiful glass.
The staircase.
I just love that. And then there's some art on each side of that staircase. And then on the bottom, we've got,
look at all these like little pieces.
Art supply store. So there's a cash register on the left and some flowers, and then all the supplies in the back. So it's all paint. This is pretty cool. It looks like it's just canvases in some boxes, but it's all locked in there. so many small pieces to build. I just loved it.
All right. Can we see these lights in the daylight?
We'll take a look. So, because the wires are on this side, obviously, the lights are just on the one side. This is what it looks like. But when it's closed, it actually lights up the entire set because the way the light goes through. Let's turn some lights off and see what we can see here in the daylight.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's way more lit up.
I love how you could see all that through there. But it really does light up the entire thing, even though the lights are on one side. So this is the side where there's no lights. And
look at that.
It's only 3 strips of lights, and really they just went in along the edges. Really cool. Well worth it, I think. So when it's opened, it's not going to give you that same effect, right?
No, half the building.
Half the building. But closed makes all the difference.
Gee, that looks sharp.
Nice.
Yeah, I get it now. I get the light kits.
And they were really easy. I was surprised how easy they were. I was definitely intimidated, but they were really easy.
And they were separate instructions.
That's right. I meant to mention that. Thank you. So the book didn't have instructions for the lights, but I could download a PDF from Your World of Building Blocks, which is where I purchased this. That showed me the instructions for the lights. So I went through the instructions for the lights really well before I started the build because I had no idea where I was needing to put the lights within the build. And I could see that it was for the second building. So I was able to build the first building and then kind of check back in when I was doing the second building to see where they went to make sure I didn't miss them. So it was pretty easy. So some of the negatives I mentioned already, but you know, when building some of the pieces, they're just kind of hanging there until you actually get the other piece on. There's spots where you're pushing down on something to build it in, and it's very flimsy. It feels like you're going to push through the floor. There's this, that it's only on there by a couple of studs, and definitely going to be an issue going forward. I'm on an angle to put it back. Although there's lots of jumpers, there's no minifigs. So I know that's something that you can add afterwards, but a couple of minifigs might have been nice.
Nice touch.
A nice touch, exactly. The modern design is what drew me to this set, and it didn't disappoint in person at all. And the fact that this is Go Bricks, I knew that I didn't have to worry about quality for sure. The lights I thought are a great touch. $170 Canadian, including shipping. Feel like really I couldn't go wrong. I've got it placed now in my city. I think it looks amazing. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit that thumbs up and subscribe on your way out. And until next time, keep clicking those bricks.